Hi guys, Suzanne here with What You Can Do Now. We are here at GOP headquarters in Stanton, California at the Wine and Cheese Mixer with Mark Mueser, our guest speaker tonight. Mark is running for California Secretary of State. Mark, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So a lot of people may not be aware of what the Secretary of State for California does. So can you tell us a little bit about what the primary responsibility of California Secretary of State is and why that's so important?
The Secretary of State is the chief election officer of the state of California. That means they're responsible for fair and honest elections in California. They do not have any legislative authority, so they cannot pass any bills. They do not make any policies. But what they do is they enforce the law. They're responsible for investigating and auditing our elections. They can't be in every single precinct on election day. So they're responsible for the training of our poll workers who are working in the polls on election day.
Okay.
And they're also the ones who will do audits afterwards to make sure that the count given was accurate.
Okay, great. That helps clarify things. So what is the current Secretary of State getting wrong, and what would you do to change things?
Okay. Just today, actually less than an hour ago, LA Times came out with a story that of 1,500 people were erroneously added to the voter rolls, many of them non-citizens, because federal law says a non-citizen cannot vote. California Constitution says a non-citizen cannot vote. California election law says a non-citizen cannot vote. So both federal and state law make it a crime for a non-citizen to vote. So DMV just registered 1,500, I believe the article said, I wasn't able to read the whole thing, but I believe the article said 1,500 non-citizens to vote.
I believe that.
That's a problem. The integrity of our election starts upon the foundation of clean voter rolls. And if you cannot maintain the voter rolls, how can you audit? How can you investigate our, potential voter fraud? You can't. You can't do any of your other duties if you don't have clean voter rolls. So that's why it's critical that we have integrity in our voting rolls. That only those people who are eligible to vote are on the voting rolls. And then the Secretary of State should count. Every legal ballot should be properly counted.
Okay, so that clarifies things. So we could really, but there's a lot of potential voter fraud out there.
Every day I'm coming up with another one as I travel around the state.
So thanks for those questions. What You Can Do Now also likes to ask some semi-personal questions.
We're in trouble now.
Just to put a little more human element to the politics. So wanted to ask you first, what did you dream of being when you were a kid?
Oh, I'm sure like any kid I dreamed of being a firefighter or a policeman, a lawyer.
I can't. A lawyer.
I did do that. It seemed like every day I had some other vision in my life. It wasn't until about 12, 14 years old that it was really clear it was law and government.
Okay, great. And then my final question is, when was the last time you did something new?
Earlier this year, I rode my bicycle to all 58 counties in the state of California. That was a 46-day bicycle trip. That was something
How many
new
miles did you bike?
Too many. Too many. Or not enough, depends upon your perspective. But yeah, we rode to all 58 counties over 46 days. Got to talk about fair and honest elections all over the state of California.
That's awesome. And I watched the whole thing on Facebook, your videos and your map.
Yeah.
So that's really awesome. That's dedication, you guys. Real dedication. So
yeah,
right.
Even voters in Modoc get a vote for me, so I was up there in Modoc.
Awesome. All right, guys, that's it. Get out there and vote November 6th for Mark Mueser for California Secretary of State.